Hey best friend, as you can see, I'm very cold. And I'm very cold because guess what? I am in the Windy City. Let's just go all the way back to December 2023 when I first got my little house. It was a big blessing for me to get that house, especially after having to do a stint in a homeless shelter. But what I did not know was that the area where I got that house was incredibly dangerous. I'm talking about shooting crimes and drug transactions going on right in front of the house. Then my next door neighbor got his front and back door kicked in. Then I had to ramp up security, install all types of cameras all around the house, get all these alarm sirens and all. Like, it was just a lot. Like, I was just scared. I was scared to live there. I had a hard time going to sleep. Like, it was just so much going on to the point where I'm just like, you know what, it's time for me to go. Like, I don't want to live here anymore. So when my lease was over, I had found a bigger house in a city called Baytown. It was a 2-bedroom for $1,300. Y'all, it was a steal. I was like, yes, let me go to this house. So the day before I moved, though, the landlord reached out to me and she said that she pulled the refrigerator away from the wall and found a whole colony of cockroaches. And there's just like a really big infestation of roaches in that place. So I had to put all of my stuff, like all my furniture, in the garage at the new house and then go stay with friends. So I stayed with friends for like 2 weeks, and then I finally found an apartment in Kingwood, which was close to my church. And something crazy happened again. There were like these really big flakes of mold flying out of the HVAC system. I was having a very, very bad allergic reaction to it. I was on all types of allergy medications and nasal sprays, and like, it was just a lot of stuff going on. And I was only there for like about 5 or 6 weeks before I let them know, hey, I gotta go. I can't live here anymore. I feel like I'm literally gonna die. So shortly after that, I actually ended up losing my job. And I'm just like, you know what? I feel like God is talking to me right now. And it was crazy because while all this is happening, I'm starting to have dreams and visions of Chicago again. And I remember the earliest times that I've been having dreams about Chicago was when I was like 16 or 17 years old in high school, and I made a really big collage about Chicago. I was dreaming about going to Columbia and becoming a screenwriter and a filmmaker, and I just didn't end up going because there was a lot of fear mongering involved. Didn't really know what I was gonna do after I graduated, what type of job I would have or anything like that. So it just didn't seem like a solid like career path. So I ended up never even applying to Columbia during that time. And ever since then, my life has clearly been the wilderness. So you know what? After I lost my job, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna pack all of my stuff and I'm gonna just drive to Chicago and see what happens. So I've been here for a week now. It's been actually 8 days, and I'm just staying in an extended stay hotel. Nothing fancy, nothing cute compared to where I just came from in Kingwood, Texas. And yeah, we just gonna see what the Lord is gonna do. So today, we're gonna get ready for this job fair tomorrow. I'm gonna go to Staples and print out several copies of my resume just so that I can get ready. And I'm also gonna get a steamer so that I can iron out my interview clothes. I already have an iron and an ironing board, but all of my stuff is in storage in Houston. So my plan is to nail a full-time job and move into an apartment. I have all my clothes, so just, you know, move all my clothes and basic essentials into the apartment. And then once I get settled, I'll figure out a way to go and get all of my stuff from Houston and do an official relocation from Houston to Chicago. So yeah, let's go print out those resumes and let's go get a steamer from the store. Well, they have this deal for $26. It kills bacteria. So is this what they use at the dry cleaners? These are a little pricier. This is about how much I thought they were gonna be, but I'm probably gonna get a cheap one. Y'all let me know in the comment sections if you've ever tried a steamer before, and if so, which brand did you get? I'm thinking about getting this one that says nomad on it because I went to a social event this weekend and I was telling someone about my story and he's like, so you're sort of a nomad, aren't you? I'm just like, you know what? I kind of am. So yeah, I'm gonna get this one probably. I don't want to neglect to acknowledge how God has been revealing stuff to me through the circumstances, through the word, through my dreams. I'm in Deuteronomy now, and the Israelites are getting ready to take over the promised land. And just before they're about to cross the Jordan, God is admonishing them and constantly repeating over and over again, don't forget everything that I've done for you. Don't forget my laws, don't forget my statutes, don't forget my commands, don't go after other gods to serve them and stuff like that. So I just feel like God is preparing me to experience something that I've never experienced before, something that might result in even a little bit of temptation, whether that's money or a relationship. I'm not exactly sure what his plan for me is, but I'm just taking mental notes that, okay, whatever it is, it's about to be so extraordinary that it might tempt me to do something that's not of God. So I am fortifying myself, praying daily. I just got through fasting as well last week. So yeah, I am preparing myself mentally. All right, friends, I will see y'all bright and early tomorrow at the job fair. Alright y'all, so I'm gonna check in with y'all real quick before I leave and go outside. It is terribly cold outside, okay? And this is not even the worst that it gets. But my first thoughts about the job fair was that it was super packed. There were a lot more people in there than I thought there were. But conversely, there weren't as many employers in there as I thought that there would be. So that was kind of a downer, but I told myself that I was not gonna leave until somebody got my resume and I found a suitable job to apply for. So there was an entertainment company there. I asked them, do they hire videographers? They said there's always a need for shooters and photo booth operators. So I gave them my business card. And then there was a social services agency in there that is looking for an HR person. And so I was like, okay, perfect. So I stood in their line for like a good 30 minutes. While I was standing in line, I was on my phone applying for the job. And then once I finally got to the table, I found out that their HR person had just left the day before. And I was like, well, you know, if I was working here, I would be standing at this table with you and helping you out. So then I told her all about like my background and history and education and everything. And the way that her eyes were lighting up, I was like, oh snap, the favor of the Lord is in this place. So I have really high hopes about this position. She asked me for my contact information so that she can keep in touch with me and give her supervisor my contact info. So I just have a really good feeling about this job right here. So yeah, we'll see. I will keep y'all updated. Look at this, y'all. The school of my dreams. Columbia. Yeah, I can't believe that I'm here. I can't believe that this is happening. This is like, even though the situation is filled with so much uncertainty and I don't know what's gonna happen next, I'm just so excited for whatever God is gonna decide to do for me. Whatever it is, I just know it's gonna be great. Hey, what's up, y'all? So it's time for an update. I haven't recorded in like almost a week, but a couple days ago I had my first little mental health breakdown. I was not well. On the way coming back from church, well, even on the way to church, I was just in a really like bad headspace. I was really down. And then coming back from church, like on the highway, I was crying so hard that I could not even see the road in front of me. And it wasn't anything that happened at church. It was just the awareness of there's no guarantee that I'll be successful on this journey, and that was getting to me. With the purpose of getting out of the house and exercising. I came to the mall thinking that I would, be inside getting my steps in, but this entire mall is like an outdoor outlet type of setup, and it's snowing, so this is not fun. But I mean, it's better than being in the room, so let's do it. Oh man. Never again, okay? Never again. Like, I mean, this place is beautiful, but in the wintertime, no. Like, this is not the vibe at all. But I definitely needed that walk. I've just been, I'm committed to maintaining good health out here, even in the midst of the circumstance. Y'all, I had a mental breakdown like 2 days ago. It was really bad. I think it's because I've gone a whole 2 weeks here without hearing anything back from any employers. And so it just made me start to question, like, did I make the right decision? Am I crazy? What am I doing? Like, I don't have a backup plan, because I literally gave up everything to come here. And it's like, I don't know, like, I was just thinking worst possible scenarios. Like, what if the end of the month gets here and I still don't have a job? And I remember the last time I was unemployed, it took me 10 months to get a new job, and that job that I got, the one that I just lost, it was that job. I didn't even apply for that job. They just randomly found me on LinkedIn. So it's like, is it gonna be like that again? Like 10 months of me applying for jobs and not getting anything? Like, I don't know. It's just a lot of weird things going on in politics, and you got a lot of hiring freezes going on. Like, I don't know. Yesterday, I was able to get some of my hope back after watching a sermon from 2819. I roll with Philip. That's my dude right there. But he helped me to encourage myself and increase my faith after reading Matthew 21. And so I have a HR certification exam tomorrow. That's something I've been stressed about too, but now I'm just at a point where it's like, okay, if I pass, I pass. If I don't, I don't. If I don't, somehow I'll get the $500 back that I spent to take the test. And hey, even if I do pass, I'll still get I'll get the money back either way. Don't know how, but so yeah, I'm still hopeful, y'all. I almost gave up. I almost lost my footing. Anyway, tonight the local urban league out here is having an open house event, so I'm gonna go there and try to make some connections, try to see if they know anybody who's hiring for HR. I'm just out here trying to do everything I can to try to make something shake. I also have an interview on Thursday. I didn't mention that. Yeah, I have an interview for a weekend job as a photo booth operator. It's a job that I had when I was living in Houston too. I worked there for a couple years on the weekends, so that'll be a cool job to have. I mean, I would honestly prefer to have gotten a full-time job first and then interview for a weekend job. I think that would have made more sense. But I don't know, God is working it out in a mysterious way. Because I literally said to my church people, like, I'm gonna stay up in Chicago from January 28th to February 28th, and if I don't get a job or at least an interview by then I'll come back. But I have an interview Thursday, And that's cool, but it's like, okay, that's not enough to live off of. Just a weekend job? I don't even think that's enough to come off of unemployment. That ain't what you said.
I would say the other word, but no, not in church. But yeah, this is so awesome. I'm coming in from Nashville. Yeah, so it's a little warmer over there.
Hola, friends. Yes, I know my hair looks crazy. Done the back already, so now we just focusing on the front. And I have the perimeter braided off because that's what I'm gonna sit in front of the mirror and do. But these two buns right here, I can just sit down in front of the TV and do them comfortably. But yeah, wow, we're on week 3 in Chicago now. I'm still in this little hotel room. So I only have one more week here, and I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm going to stay. Now, I've already decided that I'm going to stay in Illinois. I'm not going to go back to Texas yet because I have some interesting developments. One is that I was able to nail a photography job on the weekends. Woo, woo, woo. That's great news. And then during that job fair, I was able to connect with an HR professional who I got a chance to sit down with today. So they have a resume workshop happening this Thursday that I'm gonna go to. In 2 weeks, there's gonna be like a really big HR conference out here that I don't wanna miss. And so she sent me an application to apply for an award so that I can go for free. And she's the one who's in charge of selecting the recipients of the award. So I have a pretty good feeling that I'm gonna be able to get in, and if I can get in, then I'll be able to network with a lot of different people from all different types of companies across Chicago that may or may not be hiring. So I just need to be in the right place at the right time, and if I give up too soon, then I will miss the opportunity of a potential lifetime. So that's what we're doing, retightening the hair, still applying for jobs, and then deciding whether I'm gonna stay in this hotel room or if I'm gonna move closer into the city. Right now I'm still about 40 to 50 minutes away from Chicago, like downtown. So I would like to move into Chicago proper now, so we'll see. So this was my first retie in Chicago. Got it done in record time, 5 days instead of 7, which I can probably mostly attribute to the fact that I'm unemployed, but that's still, you know, beating a personal record. And hopefully when I do become employed again, I'll be making enough money to start getting my hair retied professionally again so that it only takes 2 hours instead of 7 days. 2 years. 2 years of growth. And it's coming up on the shoulders, a little bit on the back. Honestly, I'm trying to get them down to my waistline, maybe to the back of my knee, and then maybe I'll cut it. But really, I don't want to cut them ever at all. But we'll see. I have so many people telling me that I'm doing the right thing, I'm gonna land, it's gonna happen, and then it's like, where's the evidence? Like, you know, I don't see it. I'm still believing, I'm still hoping, so I'm just gonna keep on moving like it's already done. Like God already has everything in place, and I just have to just wait. I just have to wait on him to reveal it to me, even though I have no idea how it's gonna happen. So I got 3 more hours until the resume workshop. I had a call with he's a mentor. I had a mentor tell me that I need an HR specific resume. So I'm gonna sit with some HR professionals today and have them rework my resume. I think that was divine timing for me to sit with that mentor. He tells me that, and then it's already planned the next day for me to go do it. Yeah, I can keep going. I can keep doing this. During my time here, I knew it was going to be incredibly important for me to network, not only just for job opportunities, but also for friendships and community. One of the things that I did wrong in Houston was not spending enough time with my community and not really investing a whole lot of time in really connecting with people and making those friendships. I started kind of trying to do it towards the end of my stay there by getting involved in a young adult ministry at another church. But then that was obviously all cut short with the move and everything. So I decided straight out of the gate I would go ahead and get involved in different, Christian groups and, social events and things like that. And I was quickly able to connect with people, make new friends, especially this one friend called Ashley. Shout out to her from New York. Okay, let's go East Coast. Shout out to you. That was interesting. Oh, quiet area. Okay. Ooh, popcorn. So we just got done doing that activity where we had to draw each other without looking. And this was the drawing. It was actually pretty close. That's actually not bad. So, yeah. I don't think that looks like Fred at all.
That's okay. I see what you tried to do. It's all right. But the colors are definitely my move.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are we eating right now?
We're eating honeydew melon flavored ice cream at the Color Factory. You'd be surprised. It's very good.
They actually just gave us ice cream, but because it's her birthday, they gave us another one on the cone.
Lord is kind.
But yeah, we met at a Kingdom Mixer and we bonded over our locks and over our hometowns, and we have been inseparable ever since. Friend, what you doing? Come on, New York, what's up?
That's not even right.
Y'all got bridges in New York, come on. No, not for you, not today.
I messed around and tried to make my phone settings like hers.
Uh-huh.
Now my camera actually stupid.
Oh no, I hate that. You want to cross right here? Oh wait, I guess we could do it right there. Looking good. Aww, happy birthday. Make a prayer. We don't believe in wishes over here. Amen. Today is the 28th, so it's officially been 30 days since I've been in Illinois. Woo woo. Yeah, this is my third day in the actual city of Chicago, and I'm loving it. I got me a nice little studio apartment. This time it has a full stove. Thank God for a stove, right? I don't have to use the air fryer to cook everything. But great news is that today I had an interview. My first interview for a full-time job. I'm really excited. I'm feeling really good today. I was able to go to the beach today. Oh my gosh, the beach here It's so beautiful, y'all. I cannot wait till it warms up outside so I can get out there and go redo all of my Chicago memories. The first time I came out here, I was with somebody that I'm not with anymore. So I've had to delete all of those pictures and videos. Y'all probably know who I'm talking about. The last like 8 videos was about the same person. So we not even gonna give that no airtime no more. I don't know if y'all can hear this fire truck, but there's been a lot of that going on. I don't know what's going on in Uptown to where it keeps being like that every day. But man, I'm just loving it. Like, it's just, I don't understand how these people live here and just like, how are y'all breathing? How are y'all alive? Because this city is so beautiful. Like, it's breathtaking. Like, I can't believe that I'm here. I'm in good health. I'm in a good positive mental space. I still got my car. My bills are still up to date. So everything is good. This is nothing like that whole homelessness in Houston journey. This is nothing like that at all. And I'm so grateful for that. Like, I was praying, God, please don't let it end up like that again, because that was like the darkest days of my life, and I don't want a repeat of that at all. But he's been carrying me, y'all. Every single day he has been carrying me. And in a later video, we're gonna go into how reading through the scriptures, like Joshua has really been like pushing me through this thing. Like, just reading about how the Israelites are, you know, taking the promised land, but even though they're promised the promised land, once they get to the promised land, they still gotta fight for the promised land. They still gotta drive out all the people who don't believe in God and everything like that. So it's like, even though I'm in the city that God has been putting strong visions in my mind for the last 12 years, I still have to fight my way through here. Like, it's not just gonna drop out the sky and fall into my lap. Like, I still gotta fight through. I still gotta prep. I still gotta apply myself. I still gotta interview. Like, it's still a whole lot of stuff that I have to do. But you know what? I'm just taking it in stride. I'm just living in his grace. I'm just really molding into everything that God has called me to be. Just really, you know, honing into my identity as God's daughter, right? As a sister of Christ, okay? Like, and that's just really been strengthening me and keeping me stable and in good health. So I plan to keep this up. I'm gonna be at this apartment until the 28th of March. Could be the 27th, I don't really know. But praying that by that last Saturday in March, I will have something so that by the 1st of April, I will be in my own space. I might just mess around and stay here. This apartment is nice. This is my tea. At that hotel, they didn't give you anything. You ain't even have a plate, a spoon, no seasoning, nothing. You just got a bed with some blankets on it, and that's it. So, and it's the same price. This apartment, the same price as that hotel, and I'm getting way more out of it. So this is definitely a blessing. And it has a washer and dryer inside the unit. Thank you, God. The only downside is that it's street parking, which is free, so I'm not complaining. But it's hard to get a spot sometimes. Like, sometimes I don't even want to leave the house because I'm just like, man, I know when I get back, it ain't gonna be nowhere to park. And I don't want to park like 2 blocks away and have to walk. The first 24 hours of me living in Chicago proper, I had 3 different recruiters reach out to me, and each of them set an 11 o'clock appointment with me on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I just thought to myself, wow, this is a miracle and a sign. Like, I'm in the right place at the right time. I don't know what's going to become of, you know, these recruiters reaching out to me, but I just know, like, I'm so certain that something good is going to happen. Also, I received an award to be able to go to a really big HR conference out here for free. So that's going to be next Thursday. That's probably going to be the next time that you see me. So yeah, I will keep you updated. Hey y'all, what's up? Howdy do? I think it's been a week since our last update. So I had a second round interview with one of the jobs that I was telling you about, and I'm supposed to hear back tomorrow, which is Monday, to see whether or not they're going to select me. I also went to the HR conference that I was telling y'all about before, and I met several different hiring managers. Most of them were looking for people with more senior level experience, which I don't have right now. but the little bit of leaves that I did get, you know, I'm working them all the way to the end. So yeah, I just got home from church. One of my friends was able to make it to church today with me. This was her first time going, and it was my third time going, and it was really good. I'm actually in the process of becoming a member at this church, so that's exciting. And she's also considering becoming a member as well, so that's really cool too, just to have somebody to, you know, go to church with. So yeah, for the rest of today, I'm just gonna be, you know, continuing to look for apartments that I'm interested in, lowest price possible, but still in like a safe enough area where we won't be dealing with like too much with like pests or like criminals and things like that, as much as possible, because crime doesn't have an address. That's like the only challenge when it comes to apartment hunting. It's like crime can literally happen anywhere. So it's like I try not to idolize my concerns, which was one of the things that the preacher talked about today. We're just gonna take it one day at a time, y'all. We almost there. Next month is my birthday, and I just want to be able to relax by that time and not be worrying about job hunting, moving, all that. Like by my birthday, I just want to be feet kicked up, sipping the lemonade by the pool or something, you know. I just so that's what I'm praying for. I'll keep y'all updated. Man, it's been 3 weeks since I checked in with you last, and these have been some long 3 weeks. Honestly, during these last 3 weeks, I've been thinking about, okay, maybe it's time to wrap it up and go back to Houston, because I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I've been endlessly striving, going to different job fairs, networking events, connecting, networking, everything. I've done everything in my power that I knew how to do. It seemed like still everything was not working. But great news, y'all. Today I finally got an offer letter. Woo woo, it's gonna work out. I finally get to plant my stake in Chicago and build a beautiful life for myself here. And I'm so excited. I'm tired. Like, you can probably see bags under my eyes right now because I'm so tired. Like, I'm just fatigued from all the striving. And what's funny is that the job that I'm getting is a job that, once again, I didn't even apply for it. They found me on LinkedIn once again. So it's like, I don't want to say that all the striving that I've done was in vain. I'm sure it wasn't, you know. Faith without works is dead. So I think the Lord is just rewarding me for believing that something can happen here. And so I'm super excited. There's still a long road ahead of me, right? I still gotta do an official relocation. All of my stuff is still in Houston and storage, so gotta do apartment hunting, gotta do a cross-country move. I want to spend time with my friends in Texas before I make the official move, and it's just a lot ahead of me. But I'm so grateful that you guys came along with me on this journey, and to not knowing what was gonna happen to me once I got here, but just believing that something good was gonna happen, and look, it did. So for anybody out there who has received a very vivid vision about your life in another city, I don't care where that city is, across the country, across the world, just take my life for an example. It can happen. Yes, you will probably have a mental breakdown. Yes, you will probably cry. Yes, you will second guess yourself. But if that is something that God has truly told you to do, then you just need to go ahead, pack up your bags, and just go. Because it's gonna work out. Now you see, I'm a living witness. That's why I record stuff like this, so that y'all can see God moving in my life, and just know that you serve the same God as I do. So if he can do it for me, he can do it for you too. Well, that's all I got for you. I hope that you're subscribed to my channel. I hope you give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below your thoughts on the journey. Let me know if God is telling you to move somewhere. Hey, it could be here. I don't know. But just let me know so that I can pray with you and intercede for you and help you to achieve whatever it is that God is calling you to do. One last thing, I'm super grateful that I got to relive my memories in Chicago. I told y'all earlier in the video that the last time I came here, the first time and the last time that I was here was with somebody that we ain't gonna talk about no more. I told y'all I ain't giving that person no more airtime. But I've had to delete all those pictures and videos. But luckily, this past weekend, I got to recreate all of those experiences. Go to Millennium Park and explore different neighborhoods and try new things. It was just a beautiful experience. So that's it that I have for you guys. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Keep the faith. Be encouraged. You look so happy.